Yes,
What
sir.
is good? The original trio, the only trio that ever mattered, is back. We here.
That's facts.
We here with
Yeah,
Simmy, the Red Witch. You already know.
gang.
Lightning pill popping. Motherfucking harem detective.
Yes, sir. Oh, the tower. Let's go.
Now we here. We had a request to talk about Yuri versus Maschenny, and I assume the question was only combat, but you know me better than that. And if you don't, now you do. I ain't a meathead. I don't power scale, so we don't do that. We will talk about it. Don't get it twisted. We'll talk about who we think is stronger. We'll blow up their feats and techniques and stuff. But I think this is a good opportunity to just talk about the two characters, like roles in the story, what they can do, what we think about them going forward, our favorite moments from them, and all that stuff. So we could compare them in so many facets outside of just combat. So we gonna do that.
I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been bricked, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case.
How y'all doing?
Oh, not bad, actually.
Existing.
That one, I felt that one. Sometimes, like sometimes people be like, "Yo, man, how you doing? Like, how you doing?" I'm like, it's been a weird year. I don't know how to answer this question anymore. So I just tell people, I'm alive, I'm breathing. What more could I really ask for? So,
I mean, I've been doing that my entire life, but
yeah, but that feels extremely like hard to do now. Like now I'm proud of existing. Existence is hard, man. But all right, let's hop into this stuff now. I'm gonna let it be known already that I like both characters a lot. They're my top six, but I do like Yuri a bit more. I always call Yuri, in my opinion, the coolest character in Tower of God. Anytime Yuri's on screen, she's about to do something cool. Like I thought she had some of the best moments on screen moments, especially even for combat actually that she had on screen, like her stuff with Karaka, with Pedro. I said Pedro. Is it Pedro? The train conductor? Pedro, right? That's his name, right? With the purple Dementor. Did I remember his name right?
You gotta ask somebody else.
I'm
oh,
pretty sure it was.
Jesus.
I'll check, but I'm pretty sure his name
Yeah,
was right.
Pedro is the guy that she killed. She
Yeah,
exploded.
he had the purple Dementor
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah,
it had like poison, and
yeah,
she's like, anyway, shorty,
yeah.
you
She
can,
just, she was like, yeah, forget that. What are you talking about, bro?
you like,
But
you had all these abilities for me to just uppercut you. Just stop it. Like, that's how it felt. It was like I could do all these
yeah,
things.
that's fact. That's really what she did. She completely no sold him, and then she punched him.
It's
And I
like,
was like, wow.
it's funny though, because I thought it was.
See,
I,
and that,
I honestly thought he was about to do something because he's been over there with all seeing eye in the shadow for so long. I'm like, all right, he about to do something. He do nothing.
and that's when I thought high rankers actually meant something. That's crazy.
Now, that's a completely different conversation for another day.
That's
Let's
crazy.
keep that in the
That's what I
bag.
thought them dudes meant something. I was like, wow, look at them.
I hate to see it, but I mean, I guess I'll start with this. If you have a favorite of the two, which one would you say?
Maschenny, I haven't been on this channel in a while, so people got to know I am with the two lightning merchants, Maschenny and Rand. They're basically my favorite characters until Adora shows up, and then she's my favorite character. So
You already decided this, by the way.
yeah,
It's
I
been
decided the moment she came into existence, that was the plan. So yeah,
Yuri gets my vote.
Yuri gets your vote. All right.
I'm not surprised by this. Y'all don't like chaos merchants like me.
That's not true.
It's not even that.
I
It's not
was
even
with the
that.
sneaker sneak, bro. I was with it.
It's not even that. Just fucking Yuri has had way more fucking screen time. So yeah, maybe if fucking Machete got equal screen time, I'll go with her. But Yuri's been here literally since fucking chapter 1.
I definitely won't say Maschenny has wasted her screen time. She's got some really cool moments and panels and stuff. And I still think, and she says one of my favorite lines in the series. What she said to Ran. Well, Ran wasn't really recalling what she said to her about when she was fighting Iniesta about just taking the hit and hit him with something stronger. I'm sorry, that's just raw.
Yeah, she was talking like a mom. that was mom talk right there.
Don't worry about all of that dodging and bobbing and weaving. You just take that shit and you hit him with something harder. You good. I'm like, all right, I mean, all right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's super raw.
You're a maniac.
She's like, listen, bro, you're not gonna be able to dodge it anyway. So
You might as well just take the hit. Brace yourself. I respect it.
yeah, facts.
I will say this though, her like They both have like a little bit of a younger version of themselves being displayed. We know a little bit of Yuri with her stuff with Xian Hiha and her actually being stronger than her when she was a D rank, A rank, yada yada yada, this and the other. But we didn't get to see a lot of that in Maschenny. When she was on the hidden floor. Let's say the floor of the hidden floor. And I thought she had a really good showcase, kind of as a regular princess there. With her fight against Jahad, working in conjunction with it's name Ikari with he was speaking gibberish and I can't remember the spear guy with the bubble gum. I really can't remember his name right now. It's gonna bother me. Asensio.
A bootleg Lancer. Yeah, something like that.
But they had a pretty good showing. And one of the things I didn't want to talk about is like if we kind of went younger for younger based on what we see. I know it's not a lot with Yuri. We just know she was stronger than Xian Hiha. But I would say Maschenny had a better showcase. And just based off that, if I had to make them fight at that age or those two moments, I'd probably give it to Maschenny.
At those ages, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know how old Yuri really is at that point, or how old Maschenny is, but I thought she put like she wasn't even scared to fight Jahad. Like she was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
She crossed the line and she was like, let's do this.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because you could arguably say she kind of fought like a Ha, because Ha's kind of just seen as more like reckless, and they just kind of like trying to like tank everything. That's how she fought. She fought like she was kind of not a member of her family. Funny enough.
I mean, true, and like from a mental standpoint, I guess, like the way she approaches it, because even Hadi's like, bro, we're not these fucking sandbags, all right? We got techniques, bro. We technicians, like we're not.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I feel it. I got you.
Because now she's not like that at all. She's just like, hey, listen, this guy stronger than me. I'm gonna beat him a different way. It's all good. I'm not fighting this guy like this, but I'm gonna win. And I respect that.
Simmy?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm playing. Actually, oh no, I think Loli Yuri would actually just have Loli Maschenny fucking punch herself out. I don't know why, but freaking Loli Yuri just gave me a more of a level-headed sort of fucking mentality, while fucking Loli Maschenny was kind of blitzkrieg balls to the wall. I don't think it would have been hard for Yuri to counter and whatnot, since she was that go forward only mentality. But freaking Loli Maschenny did have one of the freaking best showcases in the entire series, if you ask me, because she was just fucking going crazy, literally going crazy until the fucking time she died in the fucking Sword Art arc. So I would agree with that. But if the two fucking chillins fought, I would still put my money on fucking Yuri.
Okay.
Because I think my answer changes the older we get. Mostly based off ranking. That's because she was top 100 and Thing was top 500. So I think but then again, when I go by showcase, I'm a little more impressed with Yuri, but she's done more. It's like I have a bigger sample size with Yuri though. That's the difference, I would say.
Yeah. I also think with the older we get, I think it becomes more situational. If we're talking about like no setups, no cheats, no nothing, I think Yuri beats her. Okay. I think she's just simply stronger than her and more talented, probably. But I don't
know about that part. I will say this, just a little bit background, just because I'll forget to mention if I don't say this now. I really will. I haven't. We're going on the fly. But they both finished the climb and got one of the 13-month series, which is still exceptional on both the rights because it's a big deal. Yuri, Yuri connection, she's kind of like supposed to be like a second coming in a sense, but Thing is a direct descendant, and she is very talented, and we know that by how she climbed. She's a top 100, and then she got. I want to say the yellow something. The
yellow me.
Yeah. I see. No, not the green April. Yeah, she got that. So like, I don't know in terms of potential or talent, whatever you want to call that. Who has more, but I will just say Maschenny kind of has the edge right now, and the people that I've seen Maschenny go up against were probably stronger than anyone Yuri's fought in terms of Jinsung.
Yeah, that's true.
Jinsung, right, and whatnot. It's like
I just should have guessed. I don't have nothing to back the potential comment off of. I just have a feeling that she is.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know, just the way that she's, kind of written in and how important she seems to be to the series. she just feels like she probably.
Because physically, I think we can give it to Yuri for sure. Body
Oh, yeah,
strengthening,
for sure,
body
for sure.
enhancement, just like who has a overall just tougher body and skin. Yuri, because
Yeah.
the only thing I saw scratch Yuri's skin was Helljo's like red Thressa power up thing, and that shit is that cutlery is very sharp. Cut through Godot's leg and everything. So to me, like I don't think that's a big deal considering that's the thorn that's supposed to cut the throat of the king and yada yada this and that. So like, it takes a lot just for her to bleed.
Yeah, facts.
And we know she has Kranos. I think it's what it's called. Which use, I guess, Karaka. That substance, that little green substance she can use to teleport and whatnot. Usually against Karaka too. And she used to save them on the during the dollar show when the lava or whatever was coming in, and they got the fuck out of there. So like she's got some cool utility and stuff. So it's not even like she's just gonna straight fight you with hands, because she does have the some stuff in the arms inventory. She can't activate the Black March on her own, and as of right now, Bam has it, but she can use a Grenade Puller. We've seen her use that, so that's important. But yeah, in terms of who she's fought, in terms of Karaka had no business fighting her yet, but Karaka held his own. But she was gonna beat his ass. She was doing her thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And probably her best straight up body was Pedro on the Karaka's people. So conductor of the Hell Train and stuff. But would you consider that more impressive than Maschenny being able to pierce through Hajin Sung or not? I don't know.
Well,
Haji sounds impressive.
absolutely not, because freaking at the end of the day, Pedro was a fucking minion.
Yeah.
He was a grunt, a nobody. Now fucking Pop, that's Pop. Like, come on. And not only that, that's also a her, and them and their cheating ass Game Shark skin and whatnot, right? So yeah, I would say freaking the little that we have seen Maschenny do is fucking greater than sign a lot that we see it fucking Yuri do. Which I guess is a good thing, since freaking Maschenny doesn't have as much screen time as Yuri has. But yeah, absolutely. Fucking it not only injuring but capturing that boy Jin Sung greater than sign whatever fucking Pedro was doing in that damn fucking train.
Sure. I was gonna say this too. I feel like in a lot of ways we've gotten an extension of what a lot of Maschenny's techniques at a lower level because of Ran. Like,
Yeah.
I found that they kind of were very similar in their showcase when I saw the data version of the two, and then I know I've seen Ran use Maschenny style skills, right? So I think that it's important to note that. But like in terms of her, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I really see, and that made me like really want to see like more of their relationship and more in the past, and that's kind of why I'd be upset that Ran hasn't showed up either, because it's just like if Maschenny's more prominent, I feel like she's very important to him as a character. Maybe to both Khuns, but especially to him, because it's just like he seems to be kind of a younger version of herself. So I mean,
I feel it. And we'll come back to this after, because I do want to talk about some other things. But I got like, for now I have Maschenny as stronger, just overall, and I think she's a lot smarter than you, because she's you know how the Khun family are, they're kind of conniving. So I think if there ever came a point where Yuri was going to overpower her, she'd have some type of way out or some type of trick or up her sleeve, something. And listen, I don't want to hear about that cheating stuff. Eh? Get the W, okay? I don't want to hear about that. Get the W by any means.
Let's not forget that Maschenny is older too. So with age comes that good old E word, experience.
Wisdom.
Yeah, that int. That int stat, that shit important.
I feel it. All right, now we can come back to that later, because I probably forgot a lot of things you want to say about it. But in terms of moving forward, who's going to be more important in the story? We know that they have a little bet going on, so we'll see how that plays out when it all comes full circle. I'm still waiting for that. I would only argue Yuri's more important because of her connection to Bam, like straight up, because she knows him. But I think Maschenny is gonna play so many important roles moving forward, especially since she's literally out here trying to cause chaos, bloodshed. She's just out here doing shit. Why in the fuck not? We got that in New Wave to the end of season 2 when she was talking about it to Hajin Sung and whatnot, about hidden pieces in the tower and all kinds of stuff. It might have been him saying it to her. I don't even remember exactly, but I know she was all about the bloodshed. She's ready. She was just basically ready to let the floodgates open and see what happens. And I think that's gonna be intriguing going forward. And if we have any hopes for Ran, I've seen that nigga in like 8 years, but any hopes for Ran and Ran coming back and his connection to her and he wants to kill her. So I do think she will be more important moving forward. But as important as Yuri, I'm not sure how you guys feel about that.
No, she won't be as important. She'll have her own important and be mega important, but not as important. Mm-hmm. Because Yuri whole thing partially too, isn't it that like Bam and Karaka probably are going to be her enemies. So, like, that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm. She did say she had a feeling if she didn't get Karaka out of the paint now, it'll be a problem later. And then with Bam's FUG connection and him being a regular and her being tied to Jahad and stuff, it makes it complicated. But also, she's currently, if we went to go see him to see what's up, so we never know how that's going to play out and how maybe some of her family is going to react. Are they going to get her out of detainment? We don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Simmy?
It's really freaking the direction that the SAU decides to go, because I personally, or I should say, if I was writing it, Maschenny would be a freaking key player, like permanent key player, because there's too much the shit that she's trying to do, shit that she wants to do, the shit that she's hinting at doing is way too important to ever move past. She should always be in the story until she's literally dead. Right now, if freaking SIU just decides to make her, the current saga's antagonist or whatever, so once this saga's over and they defeat her or what may have you, she could fucking fizzle out in the fucking background, and we don't get to hear much of her. But she's, first of all, before even any of this Chaos Merchant stuff, she's already one character's end goal. So there's that. All right. And then on top of, freaking capturing Jin Sung, literally trying to throw the whole tower into chaos, act like nothing don't got anything to do with her. This fucking bet has been literally teased since episode 0 or season 2. There's way too much fucking important stuff to be happening that's revolving around her for it to be fizzling out. But it really just fucking depends on fucking the direction SIU's taking. Now, how I think he will go, I think that, unfortunately, freaking Yuri will be more important. Because apparently, Yuri meeting Bam was some fated encounter, and then Bam would be her greatest nightmare or something like that, right? And that's been teased literally since season 1. So Yuri's not going away anywhere. Just that fact, I am not even remotely concerned about her being locked up in confinement because of all of that. And once he gets out, whatever consequences are going to happen from that, she's going to be sticking around for a long time, if not till Endgame.
And they are rolling around with a lot of very strong people anyway, so what's one more?
Yeah.
Like, what else here? I mean, at this point, what's one more, right?
It don't matter no more.
Right, fact. Well, I've always thought, it was always like kind of my hope that like Jahad was like probably going to mind control Yuri or something like that, to have her do what he wants.
I don't know.
I mean, because I don't think she would do it of her own thing. Even if she was like, he held somebody important to her hostage, she still feels like the type of personality to be like, I'm still just gonna fire through. I'm still not gonna do what you want me to do. Mm-hmm. So I just felt like he gonna have to mind control her or something. That's what I always thought anyway.
I was hoping for something like that. If not an interesting conversation or some type of reveal about why. I don't know if he would try to like. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of relationship they have. Like,
not at all.
So like, I don't know what to expect. So it's just for me, I have to see it play out before I can really. I don't really like out of my ass crease speculations, right? Like that. Like I don't fucking know. I just don't. Every time
that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said is my hope, because I really don't have no clue.
I don't have too much to go off of at this point. I'm just literally reaching Gomu Gomu. No, I'm not in the mood to do that. So.
Hey.
But I do think Maschenny's role is going to be very, very pivotal moving forward, especially whenever that bet comes full circle. Even if Yuri wins it and then Maschenny's out, that'll be an important moment, significant moment. Again, though, Rand, we don't know how important Rand is. I haven't seen that man in so long. Like, we don't know if he's...
I'm perfectly fine if Rand's end goal and the last we see of him of the series is him versus Maschenny. I'm perfectly okay with that. Like, I have no qualms because I didn't expect him to be like the most important character of all time anyway.
Yeah, but he played such an important role throughout season 2 to me that there's no way you can throw him away now. He's way too ingrained to me. Like, I would say as far as regulars that I haven't seen from the absolute beginning, he's been the most impressive in terms of overall showcase. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the only two people the fact that we seen more, like, no disrespect to Hots and Chibisu, but the fact we seen them more than fucking Rand and Anak, I don't really make sense to me. Personally,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, what would be the difference?
What he wants to do with so many of these regulars? That's the problem. It just What is is Shibisu just gonna be here for brain tactics now? Like in the background with like what? I don't know. Like I have no idea because my hope for Hodge was always that somewhere down the line he was gonna defeat a direct descendant from the REA family as someone who's not one. So like, be the exception. Like someone who can stand up to that family at least with a blade, which would be cool. But
it still feels like he's gonna do that. It still feels like he's gonna do that, but it's just like I mean, I don't know. He's not really using these characters. I don't really know. Like you said, I don't really not sure what he wants to do, but it still feels like he want to do that. Like the whole conversation with White and stuff like that.
Yes.
I just said it's just like what, but like he just can't seem to find time to actually.
Because he keeps adding all these new fucking people.
These new people we don't care about. I'm just like. When are you gonna
have comments getting mad at me saying, based off Cha's title, just off that alone, he's far more important than any character in season 1 has ever thought about being, and I'm like, that doesn't make any more sense. That's a dumb take.
You mean that head ass that was in your fucking comments a few months
ago? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was like,
I don't remember exactly what I was talking about either and everything, but I was just like Doan doesn't become a good character just because she's connected to Hidden Grove. She's got to do something. The execution out. What the fuck are we talking about? We're gonna see a title and a character and be like, oh, automatically. Like it's not. It's one thing. It was Enryu. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. Like Enryu comes up, I'm like, oh shit, it's over.
yeah, exactly.
That's a big panel. Like, come on, dog. Like we're not doing that.
Yeah, he's legendary status.
And I know he's important, but it's just I don't like him. He hasn't done anything yet. Until he does something cool or he's like I don't know. I don't like him because he's funny or something. He's not funny. I don't like him. Nothing about him is cool. So.
Also, that little side story, even though it is malore and whatnot, it is still 100% possible for it to be ARC exclusive.
Yeah.
We could not see any one of these fucking Hidden Grove niggas the second we finish this fucking arc.
And he's notorious for doing that, especially spending a lot of time on the characters that we're never going to see again.
Yeah,
maybe that's why he does that, because we're not going to see them again. So he just gives them this complete send off.
It's still a waste of time because.
Oh, I agree with you, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give it. I'm just trying to rationalize. That's all.
Yeah, so even though in theory, on paper, they should be important, I don't remotely see any of them Hidden Grove characters staying around, especially since the majority of them are dead anyways.
You want to see?
I feel like they're all gonna go out in a blaze of glory, and that's finally gonna wrap up that chapter in their lives, or that era of the tower.
Pass on the fight to Bam or something like.
Some
Make peace in the tower. Do what we couldn't do. Like something like that. I feel it. I'm with you on that.
Exactly. See, look, listen. I can almost bet money that none of them clowns are sticking around after this arc. Like he's so.
I could see one maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I got you. Only because Cha's supposed to be something a man or first something. I don't know, but that could just be a flashback or something he tells Bam. And Bam has the information and we go. So we'll see. We're kind of off topic though. Hold on, we can come back to that another time. But on the Yuri and Maschenny thing, I mean this is not very important, but I always bring it up because I did this with the Zoro Santi video. Who do you think looks better? Like just in terms of like clothing, style, whatever. Who do you prefer to look at?
And that's tough. But Yuri's gonna have. Well, I should say season 2. Yuri's gonna have to get the edge because freaking Office Lady greater inside everything in the world.
Maschenny, he's really weird with because he kind of like it's kind of a similar thing with like Annie from Attack on Titan for me. It's like certain angles and certain ways he draw her, she looks really good, and then other times she looks ugly. So I don't know what he be doing.
I see the funny thing is I actually disagree with that. I think Michelle looks beautiful all the fucking time. You know,
She looks a lot better now because season 1 he was tripping.
You're okay. You're talking about the first intro. She was looking rough.
Yeah.
She came down the stairs.
Season 2 episode 0. Season 2 episodes. I just reread that fucking chapter just to solidify my theory on freaking if that bet was around till she was introduced, which it was. But she didn't look as bad as from my memory. But yeah, she doesn't look as good as she does now. But nah, let me tell you something. Freaking once SIU put Yuri in a fucking pencil skirt, it was over. There was no more contest. It was no more contest. she took the bag and she ran with it.
I mean, I still think the most beautiful princess is, Garo. But
wait a minute, when the knock is out, come on.
Oh boy.
Nah,
let's stop playing. This video is actually just a freaking waifu wars video. It ain't no fucking power scaling. Ain't no discussion. It's just a waifu war video. Let's be real here.
I mean,
I ain't mad at that. Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
I'm gonna go with Yuri, but no, I don't know. Like in terms of this, but I'll give. I'm my answer. The panel with Maschenny holding the lance, talking about when she's holding the lance and you can see her full body and she got the slippers on and everything, the blue dress. Okay.
Yeah.
That panel might be better than any Yuri panel I've seen. But on average, Yuri always looks better than me. Like on most panels.
That's what I mean.
Like with that one panel when she pulled it out, I'm like, I don't know, but this panel just hits. It just hits like why she looks so good, but
that's what I say. He be drawing her amazing. He be drawing her amazing. So, yeah, like when she first every panel where she's fighting Jinx on her, she looks amazing. Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy. He was like I got you. He was listening to me then.
Now I like Yuri's personality a lot. Maschenny's more my style because I'm more of a conniver. I'm more than I am a. I have
dirty fucking swindler.
I have
dirty fucking swindler. Let's go.
Listen, sometimes you gotta scheme, all right? You gotta have multiple contingencies on your Batman gimmick, right? You gotta plan, but sometimes you just gotta go ape, and sometimes you don't have to think about it. You hit the barrier didn't break, hit it harder. Sometimes that's the answer. Sometimes you gotta go find the 3 towers signaling to break the barrier, but sometimes you just gotta punch that shit. So when it comes to Yuri, I like her. I like the balance that she has because Evan kind of evens out her like, because she's basically a woman of action more than she's a thinker. She's like, I'll just go do it. I'll let my action speak for itself. And Evan's more of the thinker, where like Maschenny's is the package of both because she gets bloodthirsty and she's ready for all kinds of smoke, but she just comes off as a lot more cerebral to me. But that's a Khun family special as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the only person who's not like, no, I can't even say that because even Rand in a way he be thinking, he just talk crazy, but he be thinking while he fighting.
Yeah, and. Yeah, Rand is definitely probably low-key. Like, Rand he charges in the head first a lot, but Rand is still pretty level-headed on most occasions. He just, a gnat got under his skin and certain things like that. But even they were like, that's out of character for him. They highlighted that point of emphasis. Like, what is he doing? Why is he still going? Why is he still like? Why is he still going? It's like, hey, let's go. But yeah, what's your favorite Yuri moment? You ever gotten any favorite Yuri moments?
We already spoke about it.
You said this once you put on the outfit.
Nah. Hey, listen, man. All I'm gonna say is that panel with her and that fucking red button up, and the camera was under where.
Oh, okay.
We was all tweaking, but no. What I was referring to was when she got freaking Pedro out here.
Okay.
Because that was fucking God's here. See, that was some type of shit I do. Just, you know what? You done talking?
Yeah.
You out here.
That shit was fucking fire.
That's what
I think my favorite from her, probably for me, is probably the moment where she pulled out the needle on fucking Karaka. She was about to hit him with the big blood. But she had all the niggas around. She was like, why? Y'all in the way.
Karaka's like, this is overkill. Why is she doing that? That he figured it out though.
She put that man on the wall like a bug. She treated him like a roach.
Okay, it's not as bad as what Iraq did to him, but it's Iraq, I guess. But
Oh yeah, he different. He talking about fingers.
I'm trying to think of my favorite Yuri moment. I mean, that her bonding Pedro was awesome, but I don't think that's my favorite. I do like her in the last examination. I like how she came in. I don't know. I kind of like when she turned herself in. That was cool. I wasn't cool that she turned herself in, not like that, but like she's like, I'm trying to really get to the bottom of something, and she knew that what she was doing wasn't gonna get to that conclusion. But as a better answer, I like when the Black March stuff came full circle when she gave it back to him on the last station to fight against Charlie. I mean, obviously those are some dark times in terms of the community. It's a long time ago. I've let it go. It's behind me. That's okay. Dustin was right, but you know,
Oof.
He was right, man. He was right.
Oof.
But that coming full circle, I like what you get back to. That was dope. But I don't have a Yuri moment I don't like, because anytime she's shown up, she's done something that I really love. I love her on the floor of death. She got the when she being controlled by the ghost of the 13-month series and stuff. Like her there, that was dope. Her you know, she's not really hurting Urek, whatever. But her, like, you know, kind of like bullying him around was kind of funny, considering we know how strong he is. He kind of letting it happen. But when you took off the little anklet shit, it's like, hey, what the fuck? She's like, what you been doing? Why's that on you? And she hit him in the head. That was funny. I was dying laughter. I think that's for like perverts. But it was suppressing his ability, so that was funny. But yeah, again, Yuri to me is like the coolest character in Tower of God, so. It is what it is. She's had a really great display. And I want that Yuri arc. I saw you when you come back in 2026. I need that Yuri arc. Now I'm gonna have a 4-year-old by then, but you know, I still want the arc. B.
He said a 4-year-old. I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a family by then. Gotta be. About Maschenny, favorite moment.
Listen, man. We already talked about it. That moment, son. That shit was different. That might have been the highlight of the fucking of the last station. You know, besides Water Jelly and the rest of them goons. You know, fucking two others, Red Beard and two others, whoever. All that god tier shit. Nah, when she pulled up to the ring and then fucking back dab that nigga Jin Sung through his back, son. That. Oh my goodness. What betrayal could I even freaking relate that to? Like, I can't even relate that to. Just listen, man. That shit was just different. That shit was like what fucking Shawn Michaels threw Margin, then they threw the barbershop window type shit. Oh, like, shit. Bro, I was like, hold on a minute. She really had a plan. I was over it.
Y'all thought I was lying. Oh my god, that was the pinnacle of my existence.
I'm over here slandering Vince left air. I'm like, bro, she pull up to this man. She ain't gonna do shit. They had to have a whole freaking anti-ranker weapon just for that boy. It don't do nothing in. Right? I'm like, man, whatever. Mm-hmm. Then she pull up with the surprise motherfucker. Me? I said, bro, what? I was off my rocker. That was different.
Stop playing with me. Y'all was really cooking me because I told y'all she had a plan.
I gave you credit. I said he was right. He knew. Wait a minute. I didn't cook you. I didn't cook you. Everyone else did.
No, you did. But I said, y'all really think she finna walk in here and fight this guy without a plan? What's wrong with y'all?
Hey, listen.
I didn't know the plan was that layered. That's all I'm saying. She set him up. She sent him there to get fucking bodied. That's what I was saying. Like, oh damn, you sent him to the battlefield you want him to lose on. That's crazy.
Like, I never felt so happy to be wrong because that shit was just so raw. Naturally, on the fan side of things, on the K-pop side of things, it wasn't. I'm not trying to see Pop get washed like that, but at a storytelling standpoint, I'm like, bro, this is insane. What is going on? That shit was different. She really had a plan ever since. I knew better. Yeah. I learned my lesson since then.
I try to tell y'all, man. Listen, I ain't been this webtoon be killing me when it comes to power scale and a lot of that other stuff. But when it comes to certain characters, that's all I got. I know.
I think my favorite moment is her conversation with Hajin Sung when he was talking about anger dissipating, and she's like, "Nah, that rage ain't subside." She's like, it's like,
I was up there too.
That I don't know. There's something about that exchange that I like. Cause also has been consistent with a lot of really older characters, and you know, it's not like they don't have goals. It's just like it's been so long. I just like I remember back in, you know, before Christ when I wanted this to happen, and just like you know, like at that point it's like it happens. So I feel like it was consistent with some of these older characters. So for me that was it. But I mean that panel I spoke about, that's my favorite Maschenny. That's one of my favorite panels in Tower of God. Her just standing there with the fucking lance. I'm like, oh man.
So
yeah.
Sundress go different.
She got a good one. What do you guys think about her opinions on Bam? Like, how do you think she sees him or thinks about it? Because I think she had a interesting line about. I think she said, am I remembering this correctly? I'm gonna look at it in a second. But she said something about that. It reminds me of her father, seeing him standing there.
Did she say that? I do not.
Yeah, it's been a minute, brother. It's been some months.
I might don't quote me on that. I'll find it in a second. But
I think she sees him as a valuable asset, just kind of like how Fug sees him as a valuable asset. She sees him as a valuable asset to whatever plan that she has. She's like she knows this kid's an irregular, or even if she don't, she knows he's special in some regard.
Of course.
And she knows that, you know, him existing means something big, and she can use that to her advantage.
But do you think she underestimates him in any shape or form or no?
I mean,
probably everybody seems to. That's why he's always beating home that like, how is he doing this?
How can I see regular? So
fucking
tired of seeing that shit.
Type shit. I'll be like, bro, come on, son.
Come on,
like,
dog.
But probably in some form. But at the same time, I think the more he breaks her expectation, that's probably better for her. In some regard, it probably doesn't hurt her any for him to, you know, do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much 100% aligned with Vince's opinion. I mean, I know the whole K-fob is that freaking she took Jin Sung specifically to lure Bam and his friends, Bam Tachi, if you will, out to kill him all at one fell swoop. But I don't know, man. I don't really buy that. I don't buy that at all. I feel like she has more in store for him now. If she fucking underestimates him, yeah, absolutely, because everybody's written that way. Even if her character wouldn't do that, everybody's written that way. So there's nothing in my mind that
for him specifically, everybody underestimates him. Even though they shouldn't by now, they still going to.
Yeah, I 100%.
I'm behind it. Because I don't know if you guys remember this part. I don't remember what chapter is that. I haven't actually started looking at it. I forgot I was going to look at it. So I'm going to do it now, actually. But do you remember when Lyborg was talking about they can feel Bam's potential? They're like shrimp swimming with a shark or something like that. I feel like around that time, Maschenny said something about him giving off the feeling of her father. I don't know if I made that up though.
I'm so mad because all three of them in that room talking was like my favorite parts of the fucking new episode, the latest chapters, I should say. And I completely forgot all the fucking details by now. So I'm super fucking pissed because I know for a fact I could have followed you up on that, but you know, I just pushed TLG to the back of my mind and kept it there.
It is what it is. All right, so I guess we'll answer the question properly. We'll just go through one. Who wins in a fight? Yuri or Maschenny right now, currently. What do you think?
Shit.
And you don't have to go crazy, but give a reason, I guess, or your reasoning. You don't have to go crazy. You don't gotta set the program right.
I mean, listen, I don't got the Booker's book, nor do I want it, but I'm going with Maschenny because just a simple fact that she has been, well, I should say SIU has been teasing this whole thing between them literally since episode 0, season 2. I feel like Maschenny just has the perfect plan for Yuri. Like she's been cooking up this plan for years on end, and she just waiting to finally freaking unleash it on the world. So I feel like freaking Maschenny's taking that W.
Yeah, I mean, I was already gonna. That's funny. He took all my thunder with that because I was all gonna say I was basically gonna be like it's gonna be like Hisoka versus Krollo. It just go, but she just gonna make her dance. That's what's gonna happen. It's just like Yuri might be physically stronger, yada yada yada. But there's no way Maschenny is like gonna let her just do whatever she wants in a fight. She's gonna restrict her. She's gonna tie her up. She's gonna do whatever. It's not. She's gonna be like what the heck going on moment basically.
So, I have Maschenny winning. Based off ranking, age, more experience. I do think, while our sample size was smaller, it's one of those things where it's almost like a volume shooter versus efficiency, more efficient from the field. So like I gotta kind of go with Maschenny in that regard. Like what she's done was more impressive than what Yuri has done, even though I've seen more of a sample size from Yuri in terms of all of the shit she's been doing, but. Kind of, fighting with Hajin Sung and being able to pierce him to me is kind of more of a big deal than you bodying Pedro. Not that you didn't fucking put that guy in an absolute blender. He had no chance. But yeah. Because remember, she kind of negated poison and things too, which is cool. Well, I don't know if that's just a Jahad princess thing. There's so many ways you could probably think about it. But I found the line. So if you care to look up, anyone who's listening, it's season 3, episode 65. This is when Bam used the teleportation with the arrow, and she says he seemed like a harmless little white chick when he first entered the nest, but after letting him into the front yard, turns out he was the beast. But for some strange reason, seeing him reminds me of my father. So. Do you not have all the? Do you not know? You know he's an irregular, right? So, that's why. I don't why are you confused? Did you not know this? I feel like they've been very inconsistent and weird with how characters react to irregulars. Do you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they don't use Google in the tower.
They have it.
I mean, they have it, but they don't use it. They just be like, man been running around with feats on feats on feats, and everybody's supposed to know, and yet. Nobody knows when it's time to know.
Yeah,
so I don't really
which is
get
very
it.
Strange to me. I don't know. I always thought it was weird. But
yeah, it's super freaking inconsistent in it. And I'm not a freaking immersion person, but it really takes you out of the immersion of this series when you literally have people who were birthed from irregulars, but here comes this one irregular boy and nobody knows what the fuck going on.
My bad. Can you repeat that? Sorry.
I said it really breaks the immersion of this series, especially since you have a bunch of characters who are literally birthed from irregulars, but here comes this one irregular boy and none of them know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Which is I don't know, that's so strange to me. But yeah, I gotta give it to Maschenny. I don't. It's so weird from this because I know I'm more impressed with Yuri's overall showcase, but it's one of those things where I've just seen more from Yuri because she's tied closer to the main characters. So, but if we're going by influence, because even when they were talking, I could obviously tell Maschenny's older, right? She's been around longer, but then again, her regular showcase was really did impress me. I really did. I know she fought a lot alongside Icardi and Asensio and stuff, but I was still very impressed. I really was. But don't get it twisted, Yuri's gonna surpass her because my belief is because. This is the last thing I kind of wanted to say. What's your, kind of give me a prediction or something you want the character to do going forward or what you think is going to happen. But for me, I do think Yuri is going to be the first princess to own 3 of the 13-month series. By the time that deal is over and she wins it, I think she'll have 3 of the 13-month series. I don't know what significance that's going to have, but she'll be able to make some type of tangible change in the tower when she does that. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Well, that might be part of. I mean, I think that's part of the bet, right? I think that's part of the bet. So she might end up owning 3 or 4. To me, I think that's what part of the bet is.
Yeah. It's just because when she calls Yuri, she's like, you want to change the tower too. You might be able to do that when you have 3 of the blah 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 yada yada be the first. So maybe you should do that. And I think that was, I don't know, it's foreshadowing. But then again, conversely, what happens if she loses it and after Maschenny has 3 now, right? So that's not an impossibility. I'll throw that out.
I would love to see it, but I don't think it's going.
Yeah, SIU is too much of a coward to do something like that.
I don't know. I there's a lot of hope here, but yeah. We got Maschenny. Anyone who disagrees, go ahead and tell me why we're wrong, stupid, and ugly. And we can't pronounce anything correctly, but yeah. I'm gonna go with her, the Khun, man. Even though she's not my favorite of the two, but I don't know. She's climbing though. She's climbing. She got some fire art from Hero Kantari. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Jesus, let me tell you.
Woo! But so does Yuri though. So does Yuri though. What where she's lying with the weapons? Hold on, she looks crazy.
What I told you about Office Lady, man.
Yeah. You got it. You're right.
Yo.
You're right. But okay, so yeah, for like favorite, I like Yuri a little more. In terms of showcasing what they've done in the story, or I think they'll do in the story, I still got Yuri. But who do I think was strong? He's stronger right now. I'll give it to Maschenny, and I think she's smarter, and that helps. That plays into it. But I do think if you're talking just straight, like obviously physical toughness, athleticism, if you will, Yuri gotta be there.
Yeah.
Like no Shinsu boost, like she's probably fast. She's faster, stronger, jumps higher, and all that shit. Yeah, I got the lightning out, man.
Like, I don't know, man. Just the way freaking Maschenny talks to Yuri on and off screen, like it's just too much calmness. It's calm to the point of being eerie. Like you don't talk to somebody like that if you don't have their number. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing in my mind that says Maschenny doesn't have the prep time, years upon years, to have freaking Yuri's number through and through. So like, if they was to actually get into a fight right now, I would 100% put my money on fucking Maschenny. Now, who's actually going to win the bet? I don't know, man. I think there's going to be some shenanigans going on that's going to somehow take it out of Maschenny's favor.
Weapon into... I'm joking.
Now, chill before you give it right.
We go at a 14th month. I don't know. All right.
I just feel like there's going to be some sort of freaking shenanigans, or the proper term. There's going to be a monkey wrench thrown in there, which is going to completely mess up all of Maschenny's plans, and then have Yuri winning in the end because, LOL heroes win. But if the two is going to fight, I have to have all Maschenny's favor, because it just seems like the whole plot is just moving to Maschenny's tune, Kei Kakudori, if you will, right? Like, she's on that light gimmick right now, since the very second we saw in episode 0, season 2. So it's not in my mind to say, who's to say that she don't got Yuri's number? Who's to say she don't got some grand plan, some giant weapon, some anti-Yuri weapon, as soon as she shoots, she just dissolve or some shit like that, right?
Family.
So, I don't know, man. Now, predictions, I think Maschenny is a freaking double agent. I mean, in a perfect world, she would, join fuck, and I'll be happy. But no, I think she's going to fuck over everybody. I think she's going to fuck over fuck. I think she's going to fuck over the Jahad Empire, and she just want to see the fucking world burn. Like, even though she's currently helping the fucking Jahad Empire in this skirmish, if you will, because I still don't classify this shit as a fucking war. I feel like she's just going to do that double turn and just completely fuck over everybody. We already see her turn once, stab freaking Jin Sung in the back. Now I feel like she's going to turn again and stab these two jokesters in the back too before the arc is done. And then on Yuri's end, I don't know. I see her getting out of the freaking predicament. I don't know how though. I don't really care because
her family interventions are going to be what gets her out of it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even though he's not here, fucking Sammy's brought up a very good point about, so what the hell's going to happen if both Jin Sung and Yuri get saved, right? Because we know Jin Sung hates his fucking family because they sold his fucking wife into human trafficking, right? So then why the fuck would Jin Sung help save another Ha if he hates the fucking Ha family? That don't make no sense. there's a conflict between the two right then and there. Not only that, but
Hey, that
Yuri.
subsided, bro. I'm joking, go ahead.
Not only that, but freaking Yuri is still a part of the Jahad Empire. If you was to put an alignment on her, she's a part of the Jahad Empire. She's not, even though she's friendly with Wolfhike Song, she's not a part of them, and she's most definitely not a part of Fug either. So there's a conflict between those two right then and there.
It's like,
But,
it's
you
like
know-
how we know about things saying that like with endorsed teacher, you have to make a choice at some point. Like,
Yeah.
I come with it.
So I don't know what's gonna happen on that end, but I'm not worried about it, so I don't really care. There's nothing in my mind that says Yuri's gonna die or that she's not going to freaking get out of prison or what may have you, gonna execute or whatever. Nah, I don't. None of that's crossing my mind. My immersion already broke enough to the point where it's like, nah, she's getting saved. If she doesn't get saved, I will gladly eat all of these words. But if she does, I'm gonna just shake my head and keep it pushing.
I'm with
But
you.
that's all you're getting out of me.
You got any closing comments, Vince?
Nah, we good. Maschenny the tower, chaos, merchant. Let's go. Peel poppin'. Let's go.
All right.
That's it.
So Yuri wins. Goodbye.